just realized how hard it's going to be to get back on the mats, at least for wrestling. If you don't know, this is my channel, Forget the Belt. I made it because I wanted to document my process, in my jiu-jitsu career, my plans of owning a gym and training and working with people and being competitions kind of got thrown out the window when I was diagnosed with This is so hard, but I do want to document this for posterity and proof that, to my kids at least, that I did try. I did my best, and I hope they can look back at it and say, yeah, he wasn't kidding around. So everything that he asked me to do, he tried. And yeah, so this is Forget the Belt. I built the channel a couple years ago, but I was filling it with a bunch of things from other people and other videos, things I thought were exciting for jiu-jitsu. I think after my second Worlds, after the first loss, and this is always very true, it's after all the hardest work has been put into something and then you still don't get it, you either shit or get off the pot. After a big loss, after putting and sacrificing so much of yourself, literally your blood, sweat, and tears into something and not achieving something, that can break them. For me personally though, my objectives weren't that hard in the first one. And maybe I'm not competitive enough, but I just wanted to take someone down. I should have aimed a little bit higher because I got that in the first, 15 seconds? F you, Flow Grappling, you guys didn't even get that. But anyone that was there, anyways, I know what I accomplished, I know what I wanted to do, and I did it. But it left me wanting more. And so moving into the new year for the second World Championship, because I was determined to go every single year until I die. And I firmly believe that I can still do that, but I gotta keep it real. And it can't be any realer than what happened in December 2023, just before Christmas. I was diagnosed during a stress test. This is a thing they do to monitor your health. I've had a heart issue for decades, and it just came to a point where it's called an aneurysm, and part of my artery above the heart kind of ballooned, totally ballooned it. And now they're just worried that it's at a max size, that we should probably figure out other solutions in my lifestyle before we have to do any surgery. I don't want to do any surgery, but at the end of the day, it's something that I probably will have to do. It's also a death sentence for anything that I want to do in the future with grappling or impact sports. And so I've been kind of holding it off, and there's a chance that it could stabilize. There's a chance that it may not ever get any bigger. And so last year was, filled with a lot of ups and downs and me figuring out what I want to do with my life. And so I started just going through bouts of depression and anger and all the emotions you can think of that you would naturally go through after hearing something like that. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are in my situation, but I am in my 50th year. This is my 50th year on this planet, and I am determined to get back on the mats at some point. Forget the Belt for me has been an ethos that I've embraced about just forgetting about belts and stripes, and these goals are important to have. Definitely have your sights on some kind of target, but don't let that be the only reason that drives you. Once you're in the thick of it, you need to just forget about all that stuff. You need to forget about the belt, whether it's I'm doing boxing as well now, so people that are in boxing, the nuances that I see with these students, they are working on just timing, the footwork and the speed and the energy that they're trying to produce, right? It's very internalized. They're not even sparring with anybody yet. They might be hitting a bag, but beyond, before that, they're working on a lot of intrinsic things on themselves. And so taking up boxing, it's been amazing. It's been my meditation, really. So I've incorporated that into my drilling. Most of it is just me doing my wrestling drills, keeping my heart rate up. I've incorporated the skipping. I tore pretty badly my calf from skipping so much. Actually, it was from a jab where I overextend and you do a lot of leaping. But anyways, I've been recuperating and recovering for the past 2 months. And I think it's on the mend. This is really the first time that I've really pushed it. I wasn't punching because I'm just afraid that extra little juice. So I'm just making sure my footwork. And all of that translates to a very, very solid base for wrestling as well. And so they're very, very similar in that respect. How do I move forward from this? My thoughts are that if I train conservatively, as hard as it is, I used to be, I'd max out my heart rate and then I'd go a couple more rounds after that just to prove that I have a buffer. And that might attribute to the reason why I have this aneurysm. I don't know, I can't tell. But I've had a heart issue for, since 2000, that's like 25 years. And even while I was rolling with all you fuckers, it wasn't you, it was me. I couldn't go anymore. My heart was physically failing. I actually have a video of that where I almost died and you all just left me there to die. But luckily I found out who my real friends were and took it seriously. And so anyways, that's a bit of my rant. I'll probably have a lot of these kind of things, talking about the politics and some of the weirdnesses that you find in grappling, because some of it makes no goddamn sense. It's that whole ecological approach or environmental whatever design of, I don't even understand it. Just drill, do the work, get the reps in, you will get better. Plain and simple. It's been that way for centuries. It's not broken, and I get it. There's a marketing thing to it. Guys, see through that garbage. And at the end of the day, does that get you back on the mats? Does it get you training every day? Does it keep you healthy? Are you still getting choked out by a white belt? Not that's a bad thing, because there's still a lot of savage white belts out there, and only speaks to the caliber of the coach. If you're a white belt taking out purple belts, I want to join that club. I digress. Just keep it real. Forget about the belt. Make an objective, of course, plan for it, and then just do the work. And that's all I've been doing for a year. I didn't document a lot, but I did have a lot of shorts that I thought were really inspirational, more so for myself. But I think it confused a lot of people why I was doing this and who I was like just killing my vibe and not beneficial to anyone at all. So I'm going to give everything I can and take nothing for granted. I'm hoping that, this next year in the springtime, I'll be able to retest and maybe get a more positive, outlook on what I can or can't do, because the doctors don't want me doing this. They want me to do golf, or let's be serious, they want me to just quit. But it's a long year. Let's see how it goes this summer. Back on the mats. Let's go. Actually, what time is it? Oh.